What's up, everybody, and welcome to Bios3 Raw TV. Well, as of today, something happened that I thought was completely impossible. Actually, I never thought it was possible, to be honest with you. We've hit the 100,000 subscriber mark. 100,000 subscribers. I remember sitting there talking to my buddy Bobby when I had about 3,000, and I was like, holy shit, dude. I'm like, I have 3,000. That's fucking great. I was amazed that even 3,000 people would want to watch this channel for the stuff that was up, but here we are at 100,000. I mean, it happened within 2 years. In 2012, I really started the end of it, pushing the channel in. Here we're at 2015, so all of 13, 14, halfway through 15. So 2.5 years, we hit 100,000 subscribers. Now, this is about to get to be like the Academy Awards, because I got a bunch of thank yous that I'm going to do right now. And for those of you that are new to the channel that don't know the history of the channel, you're going to find out right now a little bit about the history of the channel. Myself, those of you that do kind of know, you're going to get a recap of some of this stuff. So the first person I want to thank, I have a little stuff set up on my phone. The first person I want to thank for this whole thing is Lee Watts from at worldathletica.com. Lee and I used to work together. He would actually do diets for his clients. He's a track coach, a running coach. And we used to have these discussions. Basically, what I do on here is what I used to do with Lee. We used to have these discussions. I would talk to him. He was like, Jerry, he's like, you should actually go ahead and put these on film and put them up. People would really learn from them. And I told him, I was like, Lee, nobody's going to want to watch these things. Absolutely nobody's going to want to hear what I have to say. They don't care. I'm the little dumb guy from Warren, Rhode Island. I mean, that's how I actually felt about it. And, you know, he kind of kept giving me that nudge a little bit to record some stuff and put it up. And eventually I started to do that and started to get the response. I mean, he was right. And, you know, basically I have to thank him for even putting the idea in my head of putting this stuff up on YouTube. Rob Bailey and Pauline Nordine. These two people were directly responsible for the direction the channel went in after I had started putting stuff up. Now, what happened was Pauline had made a comment about Dana and Bailey, and then Rob had actually made a comment back, and they made these videos back and forth. And what I thought was, okay, Pauline is speaking her mind and being honest, and Rob is speaking his mind and being honest back, and they're both being themselves and being 100% true to themselves and what they feel and say. Why the fuck are more people not like this? Why am I not doing this? That's why I said, you know what? I'm going to put it out there all raw, all the time, the truth, flat out, just be myself, and whoever likes me, fine, whoever doesn't, doesn't. And that's pretty much how that whole direction started to go. Now, a big direction that the channel took next is my ex-girlfriend, Carrie. I have to thank Carrie for actually sending me a video of Ian McCarthy talking to Dave Pulcinella and arguing, which she used to actually go and find videos and stuff for topics and send me the videos and the links and say, what do you think about this? This would make a good topic. So I actually found a lot of topics based on things that she would send me in articles and stuff like that. And once I saw that Ian was taking on Dave, I was very pissed because I was a friend of Dave's. I thought it was very disrespectful. And I made that first video about Ian, which actually got my channel noticed. Had I not made that video, I wouldn't have got noticed. What I didn't realize was everybody else in the world fucking hates the guy. So basically, without that one video of him and Dave watching that, spawning my video there, nobody would have noticed it. They came there because of that, and they stayed because of the content. So essentially, that's how it all took off. I got to thank Ian for being a villain. If he hadn't been the villain, I never would have been the hero, or the whatever the case may be, or the next guy who just, wow, we get some serious thunder out here, or the next guy who just fucking hates him, where everybody, you know, backed me up. The Hodge twins, okay, for actually sending people to my channel. I had a battle with them that was pretty fucking dumb. I've since then made peace with them, but they were actually sending people to my channel, MTW or whatever it was, Muscle Twin Army, stuff like that. Jerry Beck. Jerry Beck is the owner of Iron Asylum. Jerry was the first company to let me go to his booth at the Olympia. After I had the channel, I said, Jerry, here's the situation. I got this many subscribers. They want to know if I'm going to be at the Olympia. I need a place that I can tell them that we can all convene and meet up. And he said, absolutely, come to Iron Asylum and do it. And that was in 2013. It was the first time I'd ever actually been at an expo like that, and it was pretty amazing. Mark Loeb. Mark, I can't say enough about the fact that he gave me the first kind of insight into what's going on with the YouTube and stuff like that. At the Olympia, I met him. He knew, hey, Jerry, he knew who I was and stuff, and he kind of introduced me to Isatori, which I had developed a relationship from them, but essentially it was Mark who was first kind of accepting into me, the first one that was accepting to me. At the same time, Big J that weekend at the Olympia was another one who was like, hey, Jerry, it's nice to meet you. Let's do collabs. I mean, Big J also for shouting out on his channel and stuff. Chris Jones, who immediately was Like, let's take a picture, man. He went in my videos. I mean, these guys had already been established, and I basically had nothing at this point. And they had no problem with being like, let's do a video, let's do a collab, all this stuff, and being cool and being in my videos and taking pictures. Like, they were just cool about it from the beginning, which actually helped me out. Nick Wright, again, the shout outs and stuff on his channel coming from Rhode Island. He kind of gave me a little bit of push here and there, and, you know, always kind of watched out for me. Isatori and Stephen Adelaide, the first company that took a chance on me, period, to let me come out to their booth and stuff like that. And you know what? It really was an eye-opener to see these big companies start to work with the YouTube channels. And I didn't really understand at the time how big YouTube really was, even though I was actually taking part in it. But if it wasn't for Steven and Isatori for giving the first shot to actually come out to a big booth, I never would have had a bigger fan base that was growing like that and more viewers and stuff if it wasn't for them. And they're helping promote the channel and stuff like that on their Instagram and stuff like that too. Jason Blaha, okay, I have to thank Jason Blaha for all of his help throughout the past couple of years. He answers every question that I have. He's my go-to guy. He's a good friend. He always told me in the beginning, keep doing what you're doing. Don't stray from what you're doing. Be yourself. Continue to do what you do, and you'll be successful at this. And to this day, I had a question the other day, and I hit him up. I was like, Jason, what do you think about this? And he called me right away. I was like, okay, here's the situation. Can't say enough about the guy. He's a good guy. He's got a nice haircut. But thank you to Jason, too. Now here's another special one. The first company to actually give me a shot due to YouTube was I'llPumpYouUp.com. Tim Murillo. Tim contacted me and said, we have this company called I'llPumpYouUp.com. Here's a situation. We sponsor YouTube people. I said, all right, let me try your services. I ordered some stuff, had it shipped, checked the, how the stuff was shipped, how the customer service was happy with their selections. And I've had a great working relationship with I'llPumpYouUp.com ever since. But Tim was the first one to say, here's the situation. We want to help you out. You want to help us out. And we can have a mutually beneficial relationship. And to this day, I'm still sponsored by I'llPumpYouUp.com and love their services and products. Now, the big one, 5% Rich Piana. Rich has been giving people opportunities that normally wouldn't get opportunities. And Rich, when I first got sponsored, which I was actually one of the first sponsored athletes for 5%, one of the things that I wanted to negotiate into my contract was, and at the time there was no athlete, so we didn't really know what was going on, but I had a YouTube channel. And I said, you know what? My YouTube channel, Rich's YouTube channel, a lot of people watch them together. I will absolutely, the products were great. I tried the products. So, but I would really like Rich to be in some of my videos with me and be in some videos, like a crossover between our crowds, because both of our viewers like to watch us and it'd be cool together. And immediately he was like, absolutely. Rich had a big fan base. Didn't give a shit, was like, let's rock it out. And, my viewership grew from that. It actually did, being a 5%er and being more exposed due to the 5% crew and in their whole YouTube and stuff like that. They put me on Instagram. So without them giving me a push, again, there would be 100,000 subscribers. And I have to thank, last but not least, all the viewers of Bios3 training in the Battalion. You guys have shown me so much support, and this channel has become much more than a bodybuilding channel. It has become a movement in general. That's what I call it, and that's what I like to think it is. It's a movement. There is more information, not just for dieting and training, but self-help. There's more bonding going on and people rising up and lifting each other up on this channel, I think, than, I don't know about any other channel, but a lot of the other channels. Once I put up a post, you'll see in the comment sections, it turns into a forum very quickly, and most of it is very positive shit. There's some negative douchebags in there, but most of it is very positive. You can see that Bios3 training, the YouTube channel, me, the Battalion, are bringing people together. We're realizing that we're one and the same. We go through the same struggles. We have the same issues. We have the same problems. And we're not alone. Many people felt alone, and I get emails constantly, daily, all day long, from people saying, you know what, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was alone. It's so nice to know that I'm not alone. And you know what? That's what the Battalion has done. They've bonded together and realized that they're together, they are stronger as a unit than they are alone. And there is strength in numbers. And the fact that we all do everything together, all the things that we go through alone, we can go through together and have support from each other. And that's a good thing. So we're at 100,000 subs. Who knows where the fuck it's going to go from here, but I'm just happy to hit 100,000. It was never really the goal, but as it was creeping up, I was like, man, that would be so awesome to get 100,000 subscribers. And here we are. So I appreciate everything you guys have done. Thank you to all those who started the channel with me, started viewing when I first put it up, those of who have had some kind of input somewhere along the line, and those who've just supported the idea of doing it and continuing to do it to get to the point where we're at. Thank you so much. Bios3training@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, and thank you. www.bicetraining.com is a blog. It's the 100K bicep, and we're out.